Have you ever had feelings for her? Not just friendship.
I'm just trying to now.
Is it DAMILOLA? Is it DAMILOLA? Oh, that's her name. Okay. I felt the energy. I felt that vibe. Yes, like a bossy vibe, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Bossy, not really bossy. Let's say straight. Bossy, but no, she's good, not bossy. Because you can be bossy and polite, but she's rude.
Yeah.
That's just
So the first diary session of the season finally commenced, and it kicked off with the winners of the custodian challenge, the immunity challenge, as well as the head of house challenge, which includes the Ndi Nne pair firstly. Then the next pair to have their diary session was the beta pair, and lastly the thirdly, which is the last set of people to have their diary session for that day, the Mbadwe twins, who happen to be the head of house of this season with Brother Naija. So before we go into the details of all of this and everything that's going on in Biggie's house, permit me to introduce myself. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Samuel, and this is by peacey. You all are especially welcome to my YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed yet, please take a moment to do so. It costs nothing at all. It's totally free. Returning subscribers, thank you all for coming back. I see your comments. I love you all. Do not forget to share to family and friends. Also turn on post notification bell button to be amongst the first set of people to see my videos each time I post a new one. Do not forget to like as well, so YouTube will keep recommending my videos to more viewers like mine, that are interested in this kind of content. So let's dive straight into our business of today. So the Ndi Nne pair had their diary session, and they couldn't help but rant and vent and lament to Big Brother about getting 0 votes for the head of house challenge. Like, they just could not help it at all. They just kept complaining and complaining, especially Chinne. She kept complaining. I keep wondering, is it that these people, they don't know that this is a game and we have 100 million naira at stake, including other prizes that haven't been announced yet? They went further to complain about the Tammy pair, DAMILOLA especially, to be precise. Like, they were like, she come across as being rude and bossy and all of that. The Tammy pair includes Toyosi and DAMILOLA. So they kept complaining and what have you. The next pair to have their diary session is the beta pair. It was more or less like they were trying to overshadow each other. They were competing amongst themselves. Like, this person was trying to talk more than the other person. Like, they even went as far as canvassing for votes. But moving on to the next, the Mbadwe twin, who happened to be the head of house, the first head of house of this season. So they had their diary session as well, and they kept talking about the organizers of the show, the production team. Like, they were quite blunt, expressive, and they kept talking without filter, especially OC. To some extent, Biggie had to caution them twice. He had to call them to order. Like, you guys are not meant to talk about the organizers of the show and production team. Like, it's not allowed. So what are you guys doing? Moving away from the diary session. So the Tammy pair were having a bit of a back and forth because of the guy in the house. Apparently, this keeps reoccurring because it has happened to them before outside the house, before they got into the house, and they still haven't even resolved the issue they had about a particular guy outside the house, and now it is reoccurring again, even in Big Brother's house. I don't know why they keep liking the same guy, and this minute this person is saying, don't worry, I don't like him, you can go ahead, and the next minute person is like, do you trust me? Don't you trust me? Like, what's that? So guys, just brace yourself, chill, calm down, carry popcorn, carry juice, because there's gonna be a lot of drama and chaos in this house in this season of Big Brother. This season 9. Like they say, you snooze, you lose. You snooze, you do what? You lose. Don't go lose guard though. So moving on to the next, the housemates decided to play a game of lemon, and in fact, it was Big Brother that even asked them to play that particular game, and I think they were playing, got to a point, they played 2 truth and a dare, and WANNI was there to kiss SHAUN, to kiss someone, and she decided to kiss SHAUN. And at this point, guys, I feel as though these people are just trying to create content and do this thing for camera to get enough screen time, because I don't know why they kept looking at the cameras and I don't know. Let's be on the lookout for this pair. But it's more or less like WANNI is more invested in this their ship than SHAUN. SHAUN is just using it to, I don't know, because he kind of mentioned that he's friends with Shegs, and we all could recall that Shegs jumped on a ship with Bella from the first day that he got into the house, and it actually worked for them because they got to the finals. So let's be on the lookout for them. My eyes are on you, Shani. So moving on, it seems as though the double K pair consisting of Kelly Ray and Cassia, they are in trouble, because almost all the housemates in Big Brother's house have realized, like, they are now suspicious of the relationship or bestieship between this pair, because people are now so suspicious about them. Everyone thinks they are either married or they were dating outside the house before they came into the house and decided to play the game as besties. So Fairme especially and Michky, they kept hammering on it and asking the question, like they really want to know what is going on between this pair. Well, we all know from the outside, but let's see how it goes on the inside. Seems like this pair, they are now in trouble. So let's see how it goes. Moving on, I finally got to see the head of house lounge or condo, like they call it. So Biggie also gave the heads of house a brief. So the brief stated that the heads of house would pick 4 guests that they can invite to the head of house condo to share the head of house condo with them. And also in the brief, it was stated that the 4 guests can actually sleep over in the head of house lounge. They can also wine and dine with the heads of house. And the Mbadwe twin reciprocating the energy, reciprocating the favor of the Ndi Nne pair, picking them for the head of house, like nominating them for the head of house. So they decided to reciprocate the favor and the energy by picking the Ndi Nne pair as well as the beta pair. It is common sense, like the winning team, all those the immunity winners, as well as the custodians who actually made them the head of house using their veto power. Chinne can finally allow us hear words. They can finally stop ranting and talking, and So when they got into the head of house lounge, they just kept wowing and wowing because it was legit beautiful. It was looking quite simple but also beautiful. So she just kept opening her mouth, wow, 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 oh, this is beautiful and all of that. So they got talking and they tried to like settle their whatever thing that Chinne had against them, the betrayal and all of that she failed. So they settled it, and she tried to know if they are still allies, if they still had each other's back in the game moving forward. So, and the Mbadwe twins reassured them, and that was it. Moving on, one way or the other, Toyosi got to hear somebody talking about the Tammy pair rudeness and all of that, how they've been so bossy and all of that, DAMILOLA especially. And Toyosi had to tell DAMILOLA. So DAMILOLA, with the help of the head of house, summoned the housemates for a meeting, and then she tendered an apology to them, because I mean that was smart, because it is too early to start stepping on toes. It is too early to start buying beef. It is too early to start provoking people in the house. They're gonna nominate you, so you need to like be smart with it and apologize when necessary. The housemates accepted the apology, and that was it. At a point, it almost turned into they had a little back and forth, but then they resolved the issue and it was all well and good. So the diary session continued today. The Flourish pair had their diary session, as well as the Double K pair, and lastly the Checkers pair, they had their diary session, which was one hell of a boring diary session. It was really, really boring. That the only diary session I actually really listened to was that of the Flourish pair, DJ Flo and Ruthie. She finally came out of her shell, and for the first time she was noticed in the house. Like, she just kept talking and talking. Anybody, like, I think she has been observing and she's finally out of her shell, and you know, you're giving us more content and getting more screen time, because the more you show yourself in the house, the more you do one or two things, the more you get screen time and all of that. Onyeka has been doing too much. She has been doing the most, but I don't know. Some people feel like she's doing all of that so she can get enough screen time and to get people talking outside the house. But then, not everyone is finding it fun. Not everyone is liking. Should I call it a strategy? Not everyone is liking it. She's beginning to step on toes. Like, people are beginning to get people riled up. So I don't know what you think about that. Comment your thoughts down below.
Other housemates at their diary session tonight, the likes of the Shantoria pair, the Shrees pair, as well as the Neita pair. For the Shantoria pair, a lot has been going on with them. Like, there's a lot of animosity between them. I really don't know. I haven't really figured out what it is yet, but then let's see how it pans out. But they've been doing the attacks together, but I don't know, they're not really acting like a pair should or like friends should. So I really don't know what's going on there. Then for the Strays pair, Toby feels as though he's playing Cassia. He doesn't know it's the other way around. Cassia is actually a married woman. The day he figures that out, he's going to be so pained, because in his mind now he's a playboy. He doesn't really fancy her like that. He's just playing her and all of that. But he doesn't know it's the other way around. He's the one that is getting played instead. So for now, let's see how that pans out. And then for the Nahita pay, they are such girly girls. Like, their diary session was so interesting. Like, they compliment each other. They just kept giggling and talking and gisting and rapport. Like, their communication skill and all of that was quite unique and interesting. I really enjoyed their diary session.
So that is where I hold it for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all on the next one. Stay tuned, guys. Do not forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notification bell button, share my videos to family and friends. Comment your thoughts down below. That's very important, very necessary. Subscribing is also necessary. It's free, guys. It's totally free. It's cost nothing at all. So see you all on the next one. All my love, guys. Mwah. Peace and love. Deuces, adios, au revoir.